Hi students, a warm welcome to KSN classes. In the last two videos, we discussed a few points on number system. Now, we will discuss the third part of the number system, in which we will discuss rational numbers, irrational numbers and all. First, I will discuss the rational number. A number of the form P by Q, where P comma Q are integers and Q not equal to 0 is called a rational number. Is called a rational number. In general, rational numbers is denoted by Q. In general, this set of rational numbers is denoted by Q. So Q is equal to set of all x such that x is equal to P by Q comma P comma Q belongs to Z and Q not equal to 0. This is about the definition. Now we will see how the numbers are. Example, 2 by 3 belongs to Q since 2 comma 3 belongs to Z and Q is equal to 3 not equal to 0. So it is in the form of P by Q. Q equal to 3 and P is equal to 2. So it is in the form of P by Q. Similarly, if I consider 5, this can be written as 5 by 1. It is in the form of P by Q such that P is equal to 5 and Q is equal to 1 not equal to 0. It is also a rational number. Therefore, this number, which is a natural, or you can call whole number whatever it is also a rational number. If you take 0, you can write 0 by 1. You can write P by Q, comma, P is equal to 0 and Q is equal to 1 not equal to 0 and P comma Q both are integers. Therefore, every natural number is a rational number. Is a rational number. But the converse is not true. But converse is not true. Every whole number is a rational number, but converse is not true. Every integer is a rational number, but the converse is not true. Here you can take minus 3. It can be written as minus 3 by 1. Minus 3 is equal to P and Q is equal to 1 not equal to 0. So it is also. Now this is 2 by 5. This is purely a rational number. 2, of course these are all rational numbers, but 2 by 5. Here it can also be called as a fraction or a quotient. Or a quotient. 2 is called numerator and 5 is denominator. 5 is denominator. You can also take like this. So every integer is also a rational number like this. So here, if you observe all these things, we can say that n is a subset of whole numbers. Whole numbers is a subset of z. Z is a subset of q. So this is about the rational numbers. Now I will discuss a few more points on the rationals. Sum of some properties. Sum of two rationals is a rational number. Is a rational number. Difference of two rationals is a rational number. Product of two rational numbers is a rational number. You can observe all these things. Quotient of two rationals is a need not be a rational number. Need not be a rational number. Need not be a rational number. Example, A is equal to 2 by 5. B is equal to 0, which can be written as 0 by 1 is also a rational number. Now B by A is equal to 0 by 2 by 5 is equal to 0, a rational number. But A by B is equal to 2 by 5 by 0 does not exist. Does not exist. So it is not necessarily be a rational number. So this is about the properties. So here we will come to a conclusion that the largest set is the rational number set. We will see later some more. Before that, I will discuss decimal fraction. What is meant by decimal fraction? A fraction whose denominator is is 10 or any multiple of 10. Any multiple of 10, that is 100, 1000, etc. is called a decimal fraction. Is called a decimal fraction. Now you see example 2 by 10. This can be written as 0.2. You can take 3 by 100. You can write 0.03. 57 by, for example, 1000. This can be written as 0.057. Here, this is 1, this is a 2, and this is 3. Here, 0 in the third example, in 3, In 1, first we'll take 1. In 1, 2 is called a decimal digit. In 2, 0, 3 are called decimal digits. In 3, 0, 5, 7 are called decimal digits. I'll take one more example. 234 by 100. This is 2.34. The first part of the number, the first part of the number 2 is called integral part of the number, integral part of the number or integral part. The second part or the decimal part, the first part of the number is called the integral part. That is the number before the decimal. Before the decimal is called integral part. The number after the decimal part or after the decimal or decimal part or decimal digits. The number after decimal is called fractional part of the number. Fractional part of the number. Fractional part of the number. So this is about the decimal fraction. So a fraction whose denominator is 10 or any multiple of 10, 100, 1000, etc. is called a decimal fraction, and this is about it. The first part of the number 2 is called the integral part of the number, that is the number before the decimal. The number after the decimal is called the fractional part of the number, that is 0.34 is called fractional part. Fractional part. So that is about the decimal fraction. We'll go with the next one. Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. The numbers which are not rational are the numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. Q belongs to Z and Q not equal to 0, are called irrational numbers. irrational numbers. So the numbers which are not rational or numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q are called irrational numbers. In general, irrational numbers is denoted by q dash. Q dash. Example, a is equal to root 2. It is not possible to write root 2 in the form of p by q. P by q. Because even if we write root 2 is equal to root 2 by 1, which is equal to p by q, p is equal to root 2 is not an integer and q is equal to 1 is an integer and not equal to 0. Hence, is not a rational number. Therefore, root 2 is irrational. Root 2 is irrational. Root 3 is also an irrational number. Root 4 is not irrational because root 4 is equal to 2, which can be written as a 2 by 1 is equal to p by q. P is equal to 2, comma q is equal to 1 belongs to z and not equal to 0. So is not irrational. Hence root 4 is a rational number. Root 4 is a rational number. Next properties, some properties. Q intersection Q dash is equal to 5. That means they have no common elements. No rational will become irrational. No irrational is a rational number. Subset. Otherwise, first set. A collection of set. A collection of well-defined objects is called a set. A subset. Subset. Let A and B are any two sets. Are any two sets. If every element of A is an element of B, then A is called a subset of B. Example, A is equal to set of all 1, 2, 3. B is equal to set of all 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Because every element of A is an element of B, it implies A can be written as subset B. If the numbers are not known, and if nothing is known to us, and simply if in the problem it is given that A is a subset of B, there in that context we will also put A subset B. It can be also equal. That I mean to say, for example, if C is equal to A comma B comma C, D is equal to A comma B comma C. Every element of C is an element of D. So you can write C is a subset of D. Of course. And D is a subset of C also. In this context, you can write C is equal to D. So this is about the subset. Intersection. Intersection of sets. Here I will tell you one more point. Here I will tell you some properties. Every non-empty set A has at least two subsets. They are phi and A itself. A itself. Phi means empty set or a null set which does not contain any element, which does not contain any element. Phi is equal to, that's it. Phi is the only one subset of phi. That's it. Now intersection of sets. Let A and B, let A and B be any two sets. If A belongs to A, comma A belongs to B, then A belongs to A intersection B. That is the set of common elements of A and B. So A intersection B is equal to set of all x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. This is called the intersection. Next, union. Union of sets. Union of sets. Let A and B be two sets. Their union is denoted by A union B and is defined as A union B is equal to set of all x such that x belongs to A or x belongs to B or x belongs to both. Example. Example for this. A is equal to set of all 1, 2, 3. B is equal to 2, 4, 6. A intersection B is equal to set of 2. A union B is equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Second example. A is equal to AB. B is equal to C comma D. A union B is equal to A, B, C, D. A intersection B, they have no common elements. So, empty. Here, A comma B are called disjoint sets. Now, the next definition is real numbers. The union of rationals and irrationals is called set of real numbers. Set of real numbers. In general, it is denoted by R. R is equal to Q union Q dash, and therefore this is the largest set which is available. Properties. Every natural number is a real number, but converse is not true. Every whole number is a real number, but converse is not true. Every integer is a real number, but the converse is not true. Every rational number is a real number, but the converse is not true. Every irrational number is a real number, but the converse is not true. And now, between any two rational numbers, there exists infinite number of rationals. Between any two irrational numbers, there exists infinite number of irrationals. Between any two real numbers, there exists infinite number of real numbers. Next, some special cases. Pi is equal to 22/7 approximately. It is the ratio of the circumference of a circle with its diameter, and this is equal to 3.14 and so on, is a irrational number. We'll do one thing. Pi is the ratio of circumference of circle with its diameter, and pi is equal to 22 by 7 is equal to 3.14 so on, approximately is an irrational number. Number 2, E is equal to 2.717 so on, approximately is also an irrational number. Finally, we discuss the complex numbers. Complex numbers. Let A comma B be two real numbers. I is an imaginary number. I is an imaginary number such that I square equal to minus 1. Then the number of the form A plus IB is called a complex number. A complex number. Generally, a complex number is denoted by Z, implies Z is equal to A plus IB, comma I equal to root minus 1 or I square equal to minus 1. I is an imaginary number. Here A is the number which is free from the I and B is associated with I. So here A is called a real part and is denoted by a real Z. B is called imaginary part and is denoted by imaginary Z. So real Z is equal to A and imaginary Z is equal to B. The set of complex numbers is denoted by C. So C is equal to set of all Z such that Z is equal to A plus IB, comma A comma B belongs to R and I is equal to root minus 1 is the set of complex numbers. Next point. R is the subset of complex numbers. That is, every real number is a complex number, but the converse is not true. Converse is not true. Example, 2 is equal to 2 plus 0i. 2 plus 0i, which belongs to complex number. This is real number. So like that you can write. So now this is purely real. So 2, hence 2 is purely real. Purely real. Similarly, 0 plus 2i is called purely imaginary. So a complex number is said to be purely real if its imaginary part is 0. A complex number is said to be purely imaginary if its a real part is 0. If its real part is 0. So this is about the complex numbers. Detail you will discuss in the chapter of complex numbers.